1, 2, 3, y...
300 years old from the baseline. A little French that keeps going, hello. Good morning from just outside of Huelva, southern Spain. It's about 11:40. We need to check out in 20 minutes. We had such a good night's sleep and so needed. So we've got probably about an 8-hour journey ahead. I'll get to that in a bit. I'll do quickly, before we head off and check out in about 10 minutes, I'll do a quick apartment tour because this place, Monica found it. Golf resort, health spa. Just looking at the most incredible. It's a woodpecker. Sorry, there's a woodpecker over there right now and it's actually flying towards me. Oh, I don't know if you got that, sorry. So many birds here. Okay, so I'll do a quick apartment tour. We need to check out in 10 minutes time. Monica found this, 57 euros for this place. Incredible value. I'll flip the camera, show you what we've got, and then we're hitting the road in about 15 minutes time. We've got a nice little area actually. It's a proper apartment, so seating area with a TV. Food area here. You've got to keep everything in the fridge because most of them are gone now, but we do have a bit of an ant infestation there. So little kitchenette area with very nice sized bedroom there with built-in storage. So that's been our place for the night. The car is parked just over there and I've actually had to leave the trailer in a separate place, but it looks so safe here, I'm sure it's fine. So we'll head off now and check out. Now that biking season is very much upon us, it's more important than ever to make sure that you have the protection you need for your bike. So my motorcycle tracker and rider's mate of choice is SIZZAPP. So of course I'm next to the bike now, but whenever I'm away, whether it's on a road trip or actually with the bike's wheels on the ground, I can check everything on my bike right here with this nice looking app. SIZZAPP device, it can show the battery level, it shows exactly where my bike is, I can save my routes, I can have a service checker, check when all of the MOTs are due, and it's got a brand new feature coming up, I think in the next few weeks, which is a service feature, so I'll keep you up to date with when that comes out. I've also got, perfect timing, 10% discount. Use code Freddie and you'll get 10% off, I think, for the rest of May. So if you're looking for a tracker, make the most of it. If you're in the USA, get the 4G device, and if you're in Europe, you can buy the 2G or 4G device. And if you own a motorcycle shop, or if you own a service centre or something like that in the UK and you'd like to be a partner of SIZZAPP, then get in touch with them directly because I think right now they are looking for UK-based partners. Right, we'll hit the road. I've tightened up the ratchet straps because they were worryingly loose actually, so I'm going to have to check on those once every hour or two, but apart from that, everything looks good. I've had to gaffer tape up the rear number plate just to make sure it holds, and even now it's a bit borderline, but I'll have to make sure that's okay. In case anyone's wondering, I put both of these on the left-hand side because they're both actually sitting on the ramp that the bike goes on. Unfortunately, with this setup, it's just empty space on this side, so there's nothing else I can do, but that's it, we're good to go. Finally, the proper road trip begins.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself.
We are about an hour away from our destination, which is somewhere in about the middle of Spain. We're in a fairly classic kind of mid-Spain service station area, just kind of in the middle of nowhere, because you've got a bit of a Wild West feeling with abandoned buildings dotted everywhere. Abandoned house there, abandoned hotel here, and a few abandoned factories down there, just with a petrol station in the middle. The MPG would usually be about 60 on the motorway. It's averaging 42 MPG, just to give you some idea of interest on how much that reduces the MPG. But 43, 42 MPG, still think that's brilliant actually. So we're going to fill up now. In about an hour and a quarter, we'll get to our destination that Monica's found, and that is a really nice looking old village where you actually have to park on the outskirts of the village because I think it's pedestrianised. So fill up here, last hour to go, and we should be there by about 8 o'clock, but it's stinking hot. Feels about 4 degrees warmer than Tenerife actually. It must be close to 30 degrees or something. Oh, and I've also seen an eagle, endless orange trees in Seville, and a man working his field with a donkey. Great sights everywhere.
Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found...
Good morning from the following morning. In fact, we got in so late at about 9:30 to this beautiful little village, and we were so impressed with it, we decided to book another night immediately. So the place we're about to show you is just over there. This is the tiny village of San Esteban De La Sierra. It's a few hundred kilometers to the west of Madrid, bang in the middle of Spain. It is around 500 to 600 years old, the little village. It's got a population of around about 350, which expands to 600 in the summer and reduces to about 180 in the winter. And it is breathtakingly stunning.
Hey, hello.
Off he goes. This is 55 euros, or I think about £48 a night, and it's so good. Honestly, we immediately said, okay, let's have it for one more night so we can recharge, just go through a few of the boring things like emails and explore the area, because there are some beautiful towns around here. So we're staying an extra night, 300 years old from the base level. So the foundation's about 300 years old. The rest of it modernized every now and again, but what we're seeing here, about 300 years old. Okay. So this, we were shown this yesterday, this is an old wine cellar. Look at that. That, I think, is the old wine press, and it's so cool down here with the traditional tiles around the side. I'll just pinch that off you, Monica, just to show a bit of this. Got an old bicycle hanging up there, some washing machines there, wine press, and just look at the ceilings. Wow. So this is the entrance hall, and everywhere you've got these amazing old antiques. Little old car there. Oh, everything about it. So authentic. You cannot beat a little old Spanish village for character. I mean, it's not really even an apartment. It's more like a self-catering one-bedroom house almost. So everything here is private. It's all ours, including Oh, a little friend who keeps coming up. Hello.
Hey. Oh.
Hello. Hello. Oh, he's coming all the way in this time. Here we go. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Great, so we've got a new friend here, and that little courtyard area is where you can have a coffee in the morning with a couple of chairs. Hello. Hello.
Oh, yes, there.
That's for coffee outside. I guess we'll just let him wander around if he wants to. But great, you've got everything you need. Kitchen area with a washing machine, oven, fridge, freezer, just TV with Wi-Fi, you know, it's a proper smart TV. Lovely little lounge area with a proper... God, he's having the time of his life in here. It's incredible. He's looking at everything. I think he can't believe he's actually been allowed in here. Hello, hello. Proper wood burner there. And then here, the bedroom area. Equally as beautiful, with the tiny little windows, so you look like you're actually up in the forest. It's amazing. All these exposed beams and everything, and importantly for Monica, no lizards at all.
Yeah.
So I can confirm that. It's just such a beautiful place. And this is €55, so £48 for this.
Amazing.
I think that is superb value. This is what a road trip's all about, though. You know, going to these traditional old places off the main road. This is 25 minutes off the motorway, so it's a proper length detour to get here, but it's so worth it to soak all of this in. Just been to pick up some groceries from the local store, and it feels like going back probably 40 or 50 years into that little store. It's so old-fashioned in the best possible way, and this village, I actually didn't realise quite how big it was. It's probably more like a town than village, but it is beautiful. Every little street is different. All just lovely stone-built buildings with timber frames to them. And right now, I'm in what is the town centre, the hub of the town. You've got a coffee shop there, all of these beautiful buildings with balconies, and I think that will be the town hall there with a little church bell on top. It's a bit like the kind of town where you get slightly lost, and I can't exactly remember how to get back to the house, but oh, that's no bad thing. Okay, we're going to leave the trailer here and head off on Alberto, the owner of the property, his recommendation on a town about half an hour away, which is on some incredible biking roads. We'll be taking the car, but it's meant to be a beautiful old town, so we'll head off there and go and do a bit of exploring. But it's so nice. Having an extra day off just means that you really get to recharge the batteries. I feel like completely re-energized actually now, which is amazing. I mean, yeah, it costs a bit extra, but it means you can really soak in your surroundings a lot more than constantly being on the road. And it's these little villages that are so much more characterful once you get off the motorway, so it feels incredible. what a tip-off. La Alberca. It is incredible. I mean, the buildings everywhere. Look at the side streets. How wonky and tightly built in they are. I don't know how old this place is, but it feels like it must be pushing 700-800 years old with, I mean, look at that. And leading down to the old town centre or the old village square. I don't even know what to say now, it's so incredible.
And so empty.
So empty.
It's
That little square here, which has, I guess, a few tourists, but mainly locals there,
Okay,
but
yeah,
it's
here they are.
literally like an immaculate film set, isn't
Yeah,
it? There's no graffiti,
beautiful.
no litter anywhere. It's all so perfectly preserved. Look at this, even the Santander logo, they've had to keep as traditional as possible. They don't have the usual huge red neon logo there, just nice and understated in gold. So there's evidence that this town has been around since about, I think, 500 BC. Evidence of a Celtic settlement right here. And since then it's been taken over by the Romans, the Moors, the Goths, and legend has it, in 1465, the women of this village actually beat the Portuguese army, claimed the flag off the Portuguese army after they defeated them, and somewhere in this town, that very Portuguese flag is held on display. I haven't figured out where, but somewhere in this town, that Portuguese flag from over 500 years ago is still here. That's it. We'll end it there. We left at 8 AM on Thursday. It's now about 8 PM on Sunday, and we're still only in mid-Spain. I thought by Monday lunchtime we'd be back in the UK, so I mean, we're going at snail's pace at the moment. Tomorrow, we've got to get into France at least by Monday. So I think we'll be somewhere around the southwestern or the most southwesterly point in France. But the aim for tomorrow, definitely, it's about 6 hours drive, get into France. But it's just been too amazing here. And this is what a road trip's all about. You have to actually enjoy the journey. So we've had the most incredible time in this part of mid-Spain. Thank you so much for coming along. Please do give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next video en route to France.